Hey everybody, what's up? I am on for the midweek message reveal regarding this crazy funky energy we got going on. It is July 23rd. Welcome, welcome to the energy this week. All right, so tomorrow we have a new moon in Leo. New moons start out dark, and new moons are where we are looking to plant seeds for manifestation, the things that we're hoping and dreaming and the stuff that we'd like to see come through. Full moons are where we release the stuff that is hanging around that is preventing us from planting those seeds. So Leo energy, and also happy birthday all my Leo royalty baddies and all of the queens and kings and thems that are just rocking this royalty level. I see you and your sparkle. And Leo energy is so vibrant and transformative in its way of showing the glow up and supporting the glow up. And just the best thing about the Leo people in my world is that they will be your biggest cheerleader. They see the effort. They see, especially if it's external, they see the way you did your hair. They see the way that you matched your outfit. They see the way that you planned. They see the way that you executed. They see the way you enter the room. And all of that energy is very exciting and sparky. And that sparky, fiery energy coming through in a new moon is asking us to choose ourselves. Where is it that we need to step into our personal power? Where is it that we are leading with the heart and our authenticity? Where is it that self-love is the focus, where we're not externalizing, although it does seem like Leo energy is looking for everyone to look at them? It really is holding up a mirror to us, where we get to see ourselves and say, hey, look at you. I love that. Keep doing it. Strut it. And if you aren't being authentic, there is the energy that's coming through with that Mercury retro in Leo that's saying, watch your arrogance, watch your tone, watch the way you're communicating, and watch how that's landing with other people. Are you taking a moment to listen before you're putting your agenda out there? Because the opportunity to come through and kind of nip some things in the bud, tighten things up, and make it a better presentation, a better overall look, a better fit, more of a snatched presence, if that's your vibe, is what we're hoping to achieve here. Now, Mercury is only one of the 4 planets that we have in retrograde. So we also have, let's see, we have Pluto in Aquarius, Neptune and Saturn also in Aries, and Mercury in Leo. Now, what is that? Air and fire. No water. There's no emotions around this. There's just thoughts, talking, and the feelings are coming from a space of action. I want to do something about it. I want to push it out there. I want to either change the way it looks. I want to change the way it's perceived. I want to involve myself in a way that has some sort of action. We're not sitting in it anymore. We're looking to do something about it. Now, if everybody's feeling that way and we're going in retrograde, meaning we're appearing to go backwards, this, again, as I've said last week, is giving us the opportunity to see things differently and do things differently. Will you follow what you've always done, or are you sick of your bullshit and you're ready to flip the script and do something different? This is the opportunity. Now remember, we have energy that we have never experienced as humans on this planet who can talk to each other and are alive. We don't know how all this goes. I definitely don't know how it goes, but all I can do is lean into the energy of it. And especially with solar flares, solar energy happening, Schumann resonance, which is the heartbeat of Mother Earth, flip-flopping and going well past her level of 7.83 hertz to 72, 75, all of that nonsense, is sending out electromagnetic plasma that's coming through the cosmos, and it's affecting things on top of everything else. This is science, okay? Now, I know that some of the wee-wah woo-woo thinks that this is, we can talk about our galactic portals, we can talk about Lionsgate, we can talk about all of these things, we can talk about our starseed pasts, futures, all of those things. But it's not the most important thing right now as humans living on this planet. The most important thing right now is figuring out how to human in this environment? How do we human in an energy that is soupy and grief ridden, where we're still processing shit that happened years ago and haven't even really had a chance to do anything about that, nor even ask questions? And then what about disinformation and discernment? What does that even mean? Is the information you're getting landing? Is it correct? Is everyone up in arms over it? Does it not feel right? This is where you get to take a step back and you get to do the work in order to understand things for you, because it's about you. Your experience matters. Your input matters. You showing up matters. Are you going to do it? That's what the retrograde season is asking right now. That's what's happening here. And once we move into eclipses coming up in the fall, shit's going to hit the fan like it hasn't already hit the fan. The shit, I mean, where is the fan? The fan, the flan. I wish it was a flan. It would be so much more delicious. When I was getting started here and I was thinking about how we have the retrogrades that are all in air and fire signs, and we also have the moon in a fire sign, and the sun is in a fire sign, and that energy is very catalytic and fleeting. The song Fireball just came through my head. It is. It's like a fireball. We're taking it down. That's exactly what's up. So let's jump into these crystals, okay? And I know in the past we've been doing 2, and people love that, and I'm saying you can only pick 1. So if it's dealer's choice, so go ahead and do what you want. On this one here, I got a fuzz that I can't, my ADHD won't let me bring my attention back. Y'all feeling that too? Ascension symptoms are kind of off the charts. This is my disclosure that I am not a medical doctor, that I feel things energetically and I feel the collective through my body. And we've got real big stuck energy on the left side of the body, especially in the hips to the knees, some wobbling going on in the ankles, some major Charlie horse energy happening, nausea. We got some like weird eye stuff going on, itching skin, things that are causing itches, blemishes, things that are coming out. There's almost as if we've identified that there is a sickness in the collective and we're purging the wound. So that thing's going to weep a bit. Now, the benefit of a weeping wound, as gross and funky as that sounds, funky, the benefit is that it's where we can actually enact healing here. We can take a look at what's happening. We can say, this needs treatment. This needs attention. Where in yourself do you have a weepy wound that needs attention? That's what I want you to focus on, and that's what I'm dealing with here with whatever it is you chose. All right, I'm going to jump in right now. Here we go. If you chose 1, here he is. Here hims is. All right, connecting with your energy 1. I just want to enjoy myself. I just want to relax. I just want to be released from this sort of pressing energy. I'm seeing you in 1 being kind of compacted. Have you ever seen those reels or that stuff on YouTube where they take I don't even know what it is. It's like a machine press, but it's like industrial machine press. And they just put all kinds of random objects in there just to see what happens when it's under pressure. You'd be surprised the things that pop back up. And one of those things is you. Now, you're not like, the container of slime that's going to just through the pressures and going to just splatter yourself against the wall. Although a lot of you feel that way. You are like the sponges that get smushed by this machinery and somehow manage to transform and then allow themselves to come back from a compressed state. Think of it, and I'm even seeing like an accordion. The push and pull and the flexing that is necessary for you energetically in order to relieve the stress that you are under is 100% under your control, while it does not necessarily seem so. Some of this is giving you an opportunity to do things differently. Some of this is giving you an opportunity to say, I don't like how this goes anymore. I don't like how I feel after I do that. I don't like how I feel when I'm with this other person. I don't like having these arguments. I don't like being talked to this way. I don't like talking to someone else this way. I don't like how I feel in my body. I don't like how I am not having restful sleep. I don't like the foods that I'm bringing into my body. Up until this point, you've acknowledged all of these things, but haven't necessarily done something about it. Now is the time. Do you want to both enjoy and understand? Then you need to make a compromise here. You need to meet yourself in the middle. Where can you make a small change that gives you an opportunity to see that what you have asked to shift can shift? Where can you be more consistent in showing up for yourself? Whether this is daily meditation, sitting and writing in a journal, taking a walk, having meditative meals, cleansing your home and taking time to actually rearrange and mindfully put things away. Get rid of things that are no longer serving you, because remember, what you own owns you. And some of you have some feng shui stuff that you need to deal with, especially around your front door. So make sure that that area is clear. Wash down your door. Allow yourself to have some space where you can put out into the universe and say, with this new moon, I want to bring in nothing but abundance through this door. I want nothing but protection and safety and happiness. I want ease. I want enjoyment. I want the glow up energy that is all around me. I want fucking sparkle vibes. Put it out there. You have the opportunity to do this, but you have to be the one to get it started. And it's difficult getting the ball rolling, don't get me wrong. Now, like I was saying earlier, we have that energy where we're feeling very much smushed, and you, especially in one, are feeling this a lot. This smushed energy, though, if you lay there and continue to let yourself get freaking driven, that doesn't work. I don't think I've ever used that in the past tense. Anyway, you have to say enough is enough. No one else will do it for you until you get smushed to the point where you are annihilated. And that's not what you want. That's living in fear. That's living in victimhood of the circumstances that you are under. Where you need to take a look and say, when you're ready, and I'm not saying to do this right now if you're feeling extra smushy, if you are in your opening up stage where you're that sponge coming back to life, perhaps take a look at where you decided that you were okay with how things were going. You're going to have to make peace with that with yourself. And that peace is going to be the thing that's going to take you to the next level. Lean into that energy. All right, moving on to 2. 2, 2, 2. Whoa. There we go. Let me try and get it in the... She's so pretty. I got soot all over my finger. All right. If you chose 2, connecting with your energy, you're at a point where you identified that your confidence is something that needs some work. We all have this. So first off, I don't want you to feel like there's anything wrong with you or that's not normal. This is coming around because of a feeling of not feeling stable, and also feeling like you're being kind of persecuted or looked out on or surveilled by other people. This energy is very evil eye, where you almost feel like you need to put up walls in order to protect yourself. Many of you are kind of collecting information in order to prove to yourself or to someone else that you're worthy and you're allowed to feel how you feel. Some of this has to do with being heard, and this is going to be complicated a bit here with Mercury retrograde in Leo, because the energy coming across is kind of arrogant, and you're giving it back as good as you're getting. Find some time to take a step back, and if you can put different words in the conversations that you're having, taking them down from an elevated, almost escalated kind of angsty energy and bringing it down into a space where you can actually translate it into logic. This is where a lot of the difficulty lies. We work so hard to be spiritual, but really the goal is to be more human than human. Rob Zombie. We're not asking for more than that. We're asking to be human, to be as human as you can. And that requires letting go of some stuff that we have kind of put on ourselves, especially in the spiritual communities that we're in, or those that are looking for, who are working through complex trauma, PTSD, neurodivergence. There's all kinds of, name, perimenopause, menopause, transitions, identities, gender fluidity or not, and just the political fucking landscape at large. There's a lot that can be added in here. Insert big issue that needs a lot more discussion, and why are we having all of these topics and conversations at the same time? Well, half of it's distraction on purpose. So you're being tasked to ask, where do you find you in these things? Where is the surveillance energy and the I need to be perfect energy and the I better do this by the book because so-and-so is gonna blah, 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 and almost putting out there that you need to be checked up on, that you need to be made accountable, that you don't have your ducks in a row, that you are an imposter, that what you're selling or what you care about doesn't hold water. That's not true. But the energy is complicating it on purpose because it wants you to pick. It wants you to put a line in the sand. It wants you to choose you. Will you choose you? Similar to one, but different. Similar but different. For those of you that chose more than one, be interested to see how this works. Now, here with you guys in two, it's stability that you're seeking. And that stability is something that is actually affecting the hips, the legs, and a little bit in the lower back. It's actually more center. It's kind of moving up towards the kidneys. Now this feeling is kind of pinchy. It kind of feels like when you get a stitch in your side, or when you've walked too long, or you have like the wrong shoes on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has one foot that's bigger than the other, or something like that. It's just kind of how it goes. Our desire to be symmetrical is imperfect, just like us. And in that imperfection is our perfection. Lean into you being you. What do you have that no one else has? Do you even know? What about you is so interesting that people still communicate with you about it? What is so unique about what it is you bring to the table? Do you even know? Have you had a performance evaluation with yourself? A PPE? Have you? Maybe you need to. Because what's happening outside of you and what you are perceiving is not necessarily what is really occurring. And who is really putting that evil eye onus on you? Could it be yourself? Stop being a bully to you. You gotta be your best friend here. Stop taking the world out on yourself because you can't measure up to this fucked up structure that doesn't even make sense anymore and is rapidly in decline. Perhaps it's freeing. Perhaps it allows you to see yourself in a completely different way and know that no matter what anybody's looking at or seeing, they can't touch you. It doesn't work like that. You have to give permission in some way and say, yeah, you know what? Steamroll me over. I'm just a waste of space. And you know that's not true. That confidence comes from within, and that confidence comes from you leaning into your divinity, your sovereignty, and your self-respect. What are you doing that's not aligning with that? Have that hard conversation with yourself. And with this new moon energy coming tomorrow, what do you want to invite in? More of the same? No. Something completely different. Pick something you'd love and say, this or better. Surprise me. Surprise me and show me how amazing it can be. Put your energy into believing that, not believing that they're out to get you. Because that's exactly where they want you to be. Fuck that. Exactly. That's what I say. Okay. Now, moving on to 3. If you chose 3, connecting with your energy 3, you are seeking a state of balance from being off kilter. Things lately have kind of left you kind of cockeyed, bow-legged, put in phrase that means not balanced here, right? Alignment is what you're really seeking. Getting in line with what is working in your world and understanding that what isn't working is keeping you from those things working in a more efficient way that brings through ease, that brings through joy, that brings through more time and energy for yourself, that brings in abundance. And remember, abundance isn't just money. It's all of those other things. It's sleeping well at night. It's having good health. It's being in community with people that see you and love you for exactly who you are without you having to put up any walls, masks, wear weird ass costumes unless that's your thing, and allows you to work within a system that is beneficial for the collective. Because you have a lot of influence on the people around you, whether you realize it or not. People are paying attention to you. People are wanting more information from you, and you might be feeling a little bit of pressure from that. That feels a little nerve-sighted. It's nervous excited, right? It's a both and. You feel good about it, and you feel a little freaked. And that energy is great, because what it's saying is that you are not only tuned into the collective, but the collective is seeking the energy that you have. And if you have yourself in alignment and in a state of balance, then you're able to duck and bob and weave, whatever it is that you need to do when something's coming. You have to trust that you will know what to do when the time is right. You'll have to trust that you know what's right for you, and that if you need to bounce, or if you need to move, or if you need to make a change, or if you want to start something, end something, or change the way something is going, that you will figure out the other once the fallout happens. And I'm not saying fallout like it's a negative, but it is a change. Think about it. This fireball energy is going to blow some stuff up. And blowing stuff up isn't always negative. It actually is the thing that is bringing something to a head so it can actually be enacted upon. Now, remember when I was talking about air and fire energy, about how it's very explosive and quick. As soon as it starts, it dies down, but it makes a mark. Make your mark. People are waiting for you. People want to hear what it is you have to say. People are excited about the things that you're excited about and want to be a part of those things. Let them in. And if it's something that you don't feel safe doing yet and you need to do it in baby steps, baby step it. Start small. There are a lot of ways that you can incrementally expose yourself a little bit more and more. Just know that we're interested. We want to hear. I want to hear. Keep that light shining. Keep on putting in the energy to the thing that you're most passionate about. You're going to be so excited to see what this transpires by the beginning of the year. January, February. Can you believe Can you believe? Anyway. All right. Those are the messages this week. Would love to hear how they land with you, so please leave me some feedback. Would love to work with you, so please reach out at my website. I have all kinds of great custom things that I'm doing that may not be listed. So if you have questions about what that looks like to work with me, please reach out, and I would love to create something that's just special just for you. Thank you for being here. Know that I really, truly appreciate the reach that you have helped with in my case here, the support and the love. And please just keep it coming, because I need it too. And I can be vulnerable and say that. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Use the moon. Use your voice. Be all of you, because why not? What are you waiting for? Have a good one. Peace.